Hey y'all, thanks so much for being here. My name is Rachel, and if you are new, welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you here on my channel. I really appreciate you being here. And when I do my videos, and I do them as often as I can, and I do thank you for being patient with me. And there are some times where I'm a little bit lazy, and I do, like I said, thank you for being patient with me, because a lot of times I can't be here. I do mainly vlogging. I occasionally do those mini tutorials. It's very rare, but I occasionally do them. If you're interested, just make sure to give me a big thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe, whatever it is you do. It's beneficial to you, it's beneficial to me, to the growth of my channel, and I just want to say I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. And so I took a week away because I was dealing with a little bit of depression, and because it's been 2 years since I lost my dad, and the last video that I made, I was talking about that, and it's just, I struggle with it because I really do miss him, and also because been helping my husband out because he had surgery, and I'm trying my best to help him out a little bit. I do my best. And so I'm here, and I thought I'd give you a proper video. So I came home yesterday, and I just wanted to, slum it. I crashed, and I slept for about like 7 hours. I was just really tired, and I was just faking it, for all intents and purposes while I was at work. I mean, I tried so hard to stay awake, and it was just, I was trying really hard. Really, I was. It's just, I was faking it. I have a little bit of a mix of lemonade and ginger ale. Kind of helps my throat. I pretty much live with the air conditioning on, even at night. It helps me breathe because I can't sleep in a warm bedroom. In the winter I can, but not in the summer, because when it gets really warm and the humidity just makes it really hard to breathe. So I just have to have the air conditioning running, and you're probably hearing the hum of the air conditioner. So what I did, I just I woke up whenever I felt like it. It's Friday, I have a day off, so okay, so I didn't pull everything out. Like, I didn't pull out like tons and tons of stuff, just the general stuff. I pulled out some stuff that I felt like using. I did use a moisturizer on my face. I didn't bother with using my Smooth and Lift, the collagen eye cream that I've been using from the Dollar Tree, which is really working. It works for the under eye, works for the eyelids. I don't want to see my deep set eyes turn into little hooded eyes. The older I get, I want to try to keep my deep set eyes. So I try to, you know, like do that lift and firm type of thing. I want to try to keep my youthful appearance. And if anybody wants to know I'm in my 50s, do I look it? Nobody could ever guess that, I'm sure. A lot of people will try to guess my age and think that I'm in my 30s. So I pulled out some things that I haven't used in a while. I settled for the Dewy Finish foundation. I woke up and I put a good bit of moisturizer on my face. I used the Wet n Wild Focus Dewy foundation. I do have other foundations that I can use. I have one from Maybelline and also I think it's a Maybelline. I think they're both Maybellines. Yeah, I have a BB cream from them, and also I think it's what is that? The Dream Urban Cover that has a SPF of 50, I believe. But since for being inside, you know, I just chose to use a dewy set foundation that has nothing in it, just the foundation. I didn't feel I really needed any kind of anything like that today, so I went with that, and I used a little bit of correction and concealer underneath my eyes because I always need it. I usually look like a raccoon first thing in the morning because of all the shadows and stuff creeping up underneath there. Usually have them out here and underneath here. Sometimes I use a little bit of peach and a little bit of pink together and just go at it really, really good with a corrector and a concealer, you know, just to get rid of those raccoon eyes. Allergies are driving me nuts. I went on a new allergy medicine, the Azilistine. That's the generic name anyway, and it works. I've been on it for about a month, and it's a lot better than Zyrtec. It's a lot better than using Flonase. It just, I told my doctor it just wasn't working real well for me, so I went something a little bit stronger, and it's working. I can't believe it. It's working. Because I work in a drive-through window at a McDonald's, and right now they're doing a lot of construction on the road over, and I'm getting a lot of construction dust. And they're doing something in our parking lot, and it's, you know, creating a lot of, you know, construction dust there as well. So I'm like struggling to breathe sometimes, and it's like driving me crazy, you know, sinus pressure, you know, trying to breathe, and I'm like, you know, this is crazy. Nothing else is helping me. I need something a little bit stronger. So she recommended this, and it's working. I just haven't taken any medication yet today. But it's all right. I'm not outside, so I'm not worried about it today, but not to worry. But you know, I like this because it's nice and dewy, it's nice and smooth, it doesn't feel all cakey on the skin like other foundations do. I have learned my lesson between the dewy and the matte. Matte foundations are very cakey, and I hate them. This one is in golden beige, which looks fairly decent on my skin. That's about as deep as I could possibly go. I mean, I might be able to go a little bit more, but you know, I can use an ivory. I can't go any less than an ivory, because if I go any less than an ivory, it would probably make me look like a wraith. Good grief. No thank you. The only thing that I really ever powder on my face are my eyelids, and only because I need something there so that my makeup stays. If I were to put eye makeup straight on without putting powder there, it would probably fall right off. So maybe as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm gonna have to take that. It's gonna drive me nuts. When I do my brows, it's usually with a couple of things. The Wet n Wild Clear Gel, which you can use to soften your lashes. Some people use that. And also for your brows. I use it mainly for my brows, because I kind of use one of these things just to, you know, brush them in the direction that I need them to, and this to, you know, to kind of set them. Clear gel is kind of nice to have around. This is the Marie Claire. Comes in 3 shades: the blonde, the auburn, and the deep brunette. I use a lot of the deep brunette. Now, if my hair was just a little bit lighter, like it was when I was a teenager and didn't start coloring it yet, I would probably be using this one. Sometimes I use this lightest one for contouring. Sometimes. But I use this one, and I use a wee little one sometimes. And sometimes I use a thicker one, you know, if I want a more fluffier look. You know, and just, you know, pop it right through there with a wee little brush. Sometimes I will use those little pointed Q-tips, little Q-tips with the pointed ends, and then seal them with a little bit of either concealer or a foundation light enough that you can't see it. I'll use a wee little fine brush and just, you know, seal away, you know, just, you know, make sure they're nice and sealed and they look like they're asymmetrically even. It drives me crazy when they're not even looking. I mean, sometimes I rush in the morning when I'm doing makeup for work, and I go to work with my one brow going this way and the other going the other way, and I'm like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? I'm like, looks weird. My eye makeup today. Where is it? There it is. Was a couple of things I used, a couple of things that I haven't used in a while. This is the L'Oreal Paris in Sunset Sen. Technically how you pronounce it. I took my French. I took 2 years of French. Thanks to Hollidaysburg High School. Took 2 years. I loved taking French. Parlez-vous français? And this is kind of like a golden, very flat golden orange kind of. But you know, for the most part, it did turn out. Going from the lid the whole way up until like you reach like about, just using the top, from here to about here, like the top of the brow bone. I did not use any highlighter on my brow bone. Didn't bother. I just wanted to get makeup done. But you know, just from about here to there. And with this kind of stuff, it's like, it's almost gel-like. It's that soft. I mean, it's amazing how soft it is. You can see it on my middle finger there. It's just really, really beautiful. Almost like a bronzy orange shade. And it looks fantastic on blue eyes. It looks really, really good on all sorts of other eye shades as well. But when I got this, I couldn't wait to use it into like the outer corners. And I got this in a makeup haul. And I only use this like once in a great while when I'm wanting to use a little bit of depth in a makeup. This is a smudge pot from e.l.f. This is about as much as I ever use. It's in brownie points. It's a coppery brown. Itchy. I use a Q-tip whenever I use this. And then I use a, where is it? It's here somewhere. I am so unorganized. I'm sorry. I did blend a little bit of black in with my brows. There it is. One of these little blending brushes from e.l.f. This one's been through the ringer. It's been, but you know, I can probably dip my brush in there and just a little. There we go. I had my video screen like on the wrong. It wasn't high definition like it should have been, and it made my eyes look like raccoon eyes. Like it looked like so bad. So I had to adjust like the definitions. My check was really, really small this time. My husband noticed when it posted to the bank, so I can't really do a whole lot this time. Have to wait till next time to do anything. I was hoping to get some stuff, but oh well, I'm gonna have to wait. That's the bad thing about working where I work. It's like I have to compete with teenagers. They want their hours. But oh well, whatever. It is what it is. Because they want hours for like spending money or for a car or whatever, you know. I needed to be able to live. I needed to be able to put food on the table. And it's like, technically that's my husband's. My husband's pay comes in, you know, to keep food and stuff like that, because he makes more than I do. But it still technically pisses me off, you know, that, you know, I don't get, you know, the pay that I need, you know, to be able to do what I need and get what I need. It really upsets me. It does. But, you know, when the kids go back to school, it'll be a little bit better. I used a little bit of where it is, I'm trying to find it. A little bit of a matte black eyeshadow. This is the Luv Y'all color icon in Panther. It is a flat matte black. It's a very rich black to start my eye lines. Kind of use a wee little eyeliner. sometimes I'll use one of those little pointed these things, these double pointed in with the black eyeshadow to make the lines. And then sometimes I'm really good at making lines, and sometimes, you know, they just don't turn out the way I want them to. But for the most part, I can make them look pretty decent. And then use, this is a Koki Define It Gel eyeliner. It has the blending tip at the end there. You can kind of like soften it out a little bit. That's the only thing with the gel, it's not really totally precise like a liquid eyeliner. I do have a liquid one to show you that I just purchased. Let's see here, let me try to fix this just a little bit. Gels are not, like I said, they're not always totally as precise as you need them to be because they're really super soft. But I can remember what it's like to be a teenager. You know, to really want that money, but you know, I didn't really work that much. I did mostly, I'm trying to think. Babysitting. That's how I got most of my money. I loved babysitting because I got a lot of money. I'm gonna use this fine tip here just to clean up down underneath there. I caught the makeup bug kind of young. My mom got me into makeup. Maybe when I was like in 6th or 7th grade, and I didn't actively really start wearing it until I was like 15, because there were a couple years where I had so many hormonal breakouts. It was crazy. So I waited a while until, you know, my skin started settling down, and so then I started like full force wearing makeup like all the time. And since I was 15 and now I'm like 53, that's how long I've been wearing makeup. And it's no joke that I have the tiniest lashes, so I try to use something that has some kind of length kind of thing on it. I found this stuff at the Dollar Tree and this is called Lash Extra by the Beauty Intuition line. Really like their Beauty Intuition's pretty decent. I mean, look at that. For a small, you can easily get good length on your lashes with this, even if you have like the smallest lashes. Bless you. My husband's out there sneezing. You can still easily get a second pump on your lashes even after putting that on there. I contoured my base, and contouring is a little bit of an art and a little bit of a science. I saw this on a forensics channel where your if you're a female, your supraorbital is going to set a little bit higher, and a male sits a little bit lower. You want to contour to make, since you're a little bit higher, you want to set them just a slight bit lower. Or you can just leave it alone and show off your high forehead, you know, if that's the way you like it. In medieval times, women prized their high foreheads, so they would pluck it the whole way back. How weird is that? But you know, now people just contour their face, you know, to make it look aesthetically the way they want it. I just contour from about here down. That's my highlight area, and my contour comes in technically right about here. And always, if you're looking to thin down, you know, your face, contour down the sides of your neck and your chin, especially if you're trying to thin down that area where you're expecting, you know, little jowls to come in there. It's like nobody wants that. If that's what you're doing, and that's what you like. I used one of these. It's the Love Revolution. They had these on the shelf for a while, and then they just automatically, unceremoniously just pulled them. No reason. Maybe, you know, they weren't, you know, just selling enough. But this one is in Kindness. It's kind of like a earthy shade and a gold highlight here, blush here. Beautiful tones to work with. I paired this off with kind of like a peach toned lip gloss. This one is from Almay. It's the Color and Care lip gloss. It has, I believe, hyaluronic in it. Yes, hyaluronic acid and vitamin E. It's a prebiotic. Really nice. Really nice. Because I didn't want anything too much on my lips. So, and last but not least, I have this new item. It's a Marie Claire, I believe it is. Yeah, the felt tip eyeliner. Always store it downwards. Shake it before you apply it. Nice line. Nice lines. So far, I am liking. So, didn't come off. So I'm assuming this is going to be a good product. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Love y'all very much. Ciao.